player.
Superstar is a bit.
Stop it, Low. He was a top 5 player at one point in the league. Stop it, Low. Knock it off. Me and you do this all the time. Scottie Pippen did. Scottie Pippen was a superstar, Low. Knock it off. Yes, he was.
Low, why wasn't he a superstar?
He's not a superstar.
He's a really good role player.
When he signed the contract, he was not a superstar.
He wasn't. Yeah.
Hold on. What year was this?
This was
what year did he sign?
That creates such a bad atmosphere too with the NBA, because now you're creating a selfish atmosphere, which it does hurt. It does hurt the product of basketball itself. You know, we about to go down a rabbit hole with this one. I'm not going to hold you.
But that's been it's been that way forever though. That's not anything though.
Nah, but the level which is at now is far worse than it has been.
Yo, before y'all go any further,
if somebody refused to get a surgery before the season began, that would. I don't know. That'd be pretty bad. I don't think anybody's done that yet. I'm gonna take it back. They do that, but not. I don't think it's as frequently because Shaq did it, Scottie did it. Adrian Dantley was willing to sit out games because he wasn't compensated what he thought was right.
But Scottie did it when he took after he took a pay cut.
Well, Scottie's a bad example. Scotty's a bad example because he signed a bad contract and he knew he was signing a bad contract.
He did not sign a bad contract.
He did not.
That's such a.
Let's get to the bottom.
For when he signed it, that was the contract to sign.
Okay, now I'm glad you brought that up, Lo.
Did he sign a contract that was too long? Maybe
no, he did not.
That was a standard back then.
Keep going, Tone. Keep going.
At the time that he signed the contract, he became a top 10 paid player in the NBA. The TV money came in, and then the salaries went crazy out of hand. They couldn't have known that at the time. He couldn't have known that at the time. So when he signed it to be a top 10 paid player for the first, I want to say 3 or 4 years of that 10-year contract, that's not a bad contract. That's not a bad. Now at the end, because of the way the economy and stuff went, it looks bad. But it's just like anybody else. When Jalen Brunson signed with the Knicks, everyone thought that was too much money. Then the salary cap goes up. He starts playing out, and now it's like, oh wow, they got him on the cheap. So there's no way of knowing what's going to
No. Wait, Jalen Brunson's coming back because Jalen became like a much better player.
I'm using
I get the example.
That far out.
But
a 7-year contract. After that, I think the next 2 7-year contracts were Kevin Garnett, and then Kobe Bryant, and they signed for significantly more money relative to the salary cap scale than Scottie Pippen did. And then the last 4 years of that deal, he clearly was locked into something that he knew he was getting underpaid in.
That's my point, Tone. The contract
so much though.
No, Tone. The contract was front loaded. All of that dough, the majority of that dough was front loaded. And Scottie knew that even with people telling him, yo, this contract is about to be outdated. But I understand he needed the bread at the time. But when you look back on it, the last bit of that deal, he's now underpaid. One because the salary caps went up and the TV money went up because the NBA ended up blowing up. But Scottie knew that when he signed this deal. And I ain't talking about the salary cap. I'm talking about Scottie knew that contract was front loaded, and the money that he was getting, the majority of it was going to be up front. The reason why it looks bad is because everybody started getting paid more as time went on. Right. That's why it looks bad. But that's not the reason why it was bad. It was bad even if the salary cap doesn't go up. He still was getting paid front loaded a lot of that dough.
If you take that 10-year contract based on what people were getting paid at that time when he signed it and divide it equally up over 10 years, he was getting paid well.
Yeah, he was getting paid. Yeah.
The salary cap went up and then people started getting crazy money, right? Like when Magic signed whatever, the 10-year, $1 million per year, that was thought to be insane at the time.
But what superstar is signing a deal and they get less dough on the back end?
When it's your contract,
that's a bad contract.
But guaranteed.
Kirk Cousins just did
drop off. Is he going to drop off at 35? Is he going to get injured? All those things come into play.
Superstar is a bit.
Stop it, Lo. He was a top 5 player at one point in the league. Stop it, Lo. Knock it off. Me and you do this all the time. Scottie Pippen did. Scottie Pippen was a superstar, Lo. Knock it off.
Yes, he was.
Lo, why wasn't he a superstar?
He's not a superstar.
He's a really good role player.
When he signed the contract, he was not a superstar.
He wasn't. Yeah.
Hold on. What year was this?
This was
what year did he sign?
91.
91.
It was at the end. After
So you're not a superstar?
He wasn't a
He
superstar.
only made an all-star. He never made an all-NBA at that time. He was not a superstar.
Yeah, he started emerging around that time, like 89.
Okay, but it's a lot of people that get paid based on their emergence and what we think they're going to be.
No, that's fine, but it wasn't a superstar though. He just wasn't.
Not yet. He wasn't there yet.
He never became one either.
That is true. I don't think he ever became one either. I don't think he
became a superstar.
And
I don't think the year Jordan left, he was a superstar.
How many superstars were there in the 90s?
Well, it depends on who you ask.
That's another question right there. Now we get down that path, we might get real nasty now.
Chill.
Let's go down that path. Low.
Jordan was a superstar.
Hakeem, David Robinson,
Olajuwon was a superstar. Shaq was a superstar. Dave Robinson was a superstar. Ewing was a superstar. Let's see. Scottie Pippen was a superstar.
No.
Lost me after those first three.
And we talk about the 90s. Grant Hill was a superstar. Let's see.
Charles Barkley. We never got a chance to see Grant Hill be the full version of himself though. So
Grant Hill. We didn't see Grant Hill after 2000. From 1994, from 1994 to 2000. We talking about an All-Pro and an All-Star.
Yeah.
So you're telling me that all of those guys, forget fandom part of superstar. You're telling me all of those guys you mentioned were good enough to be a number one on a title contending team? Because that's
so you don't have to now. Is that what a superstar is?
That's what my superstar is. My superstar.
Yeah.
Everyone's definition of superstar.
I honestly think there's a handful right now in the league currently.
I think there's only like 7. Like there's
never more than like 3 to 5 on average.
He's going 3 to. Oh yeah, on average, you're correct.
Yeah.
Right now, I think there's probably slightly
more than there was back then. 100%. 100%.
Excuse me.
Yeah, there's only a couple. And Scottie definitely wasn't
in the 60s. In the 60s, there were only 3.
So Ewing was on a title. He was the number 1 on the title contending team. Drex was the number 1. Drex was the number 1 on the title contending team. Barkley was the number 1 on the title contending team.
That's
Scottie Pippen was the number 1 on the title.
No, he wasn't.
No, he was not.
No, he wasn't.
I don't think.
He was not a title contending.
But low.
The Bulls in 1994, going into the playoffs in 1994, were the Bulls not in contention to win the NBA championship?
Oh no!
Ron, hold on. I need this is for the bit right here. So low. You said Allen Iverson is not a superstar?
I hate to step in and interrupt this intense yap session that you're currently watching. But I just have to inform you on all the amazing, spectacular, fabulous, endless ways to play and win over at Prize Picks. Basketball fans, I know the season is just tipping off. Yes, I know this. But you know what that means? It means that you have an opportunity to pick your favorite players and their matchups that are the most thrilling, and you can win money from these. With Prize Picks, you can play daily NBA contests and test your hoop knowledge by choosing the player projections in every single stat line imaginable to make your Prize Picks and take home some nice hard-earned cash. Are you a rookie in the game? Don't even sweat it. I got the playbook for you right here. All you have to do is download Prize Picks, use promo code PANEL, and you will get $50 instantly when you play 5 here with Prize Picks. So what are you waiting for? Download Prize Picks, use promo code PANEL, and join me as we break down all of our amazing daily picks right here on the panel. Prize Picks. Run your game, control your game, win your game. It's easy, baby. It's easy.
No, bro. No, man.
So you don't think he's the one on the championship team?
No, I don't like Russ and Iverson are the only two where I might bend a little bit.
You better stand on your toes, man.
But for the most part, like we saying, bro, if you can't guarantee me deep postseason success pretty consistently, it's hard for me to come to the conclusion. You know what I'm saying? Like it's really, really hard.
That you're a superstar.
It's hard for me to come to that conclusion.
Interesting.
It's really, really difficult.
Everyone's fine with that. Chill, you're fine with that.
No, he had Scottie Pippen as a superstar. I don't think
100% Scottie Pippen was a superstar.
This is what I step into. Scottie Pippen slander.
What? Scottie Pippen or Allen Iverson?
100% he was.
Scottie Pippen slander. This about 90. Yo, chill. You just spoke on 94 and they shut it down like you lied or something. They shut it down like you lied.
Top 3 in the league.
So
Scottie Player of the Year.
So what does that mean?
What does that mean? I'm gonna say
so 94 never happened.
So after I'm running with the league leading scorer, right? After I'm running with the league leading scorer, that next year I'm second in the league at my position in scoring. Second at
your position.
Who else was at your position?
Bring it up.
I'm sorry,
like 22 points a game.
Yeah,
19.
and that's what was going on.
You said
went from
that
what?
was
17, 18 points a game to 20,
championship
21
contending team. By no standard, when that season started, were they a championship contending team?
No, they weren't. But as time went on, what happens?
They were better. They were better than they had a chance. They were better than the Knicks that year.
They didn't have that thing that the Knicks had, but they were in contention.
Okay.
Yes, they were.
How can they be in contention?
They didn't have a top end superstar. Is what you're saying?
Yeah. That thing.
I can still be in contention just because I'm not the heavyweight champion of the world. I'm the number 6 contender. I'm still a contender.
How many teams can be contenders? How many teams can be contenders?
A lot of teams could be contenders.
It depends on what year it is.
You can have like 4 or 5 teams.
We're talking 94. We're talking 94.
So 94, Indiana, the
Jazz.
Knicks.
So Reggie Miller was a superstar to you? Was Reggie Miller a superstar?
Was Reggie Miller a superstar? A number 1 on the championship contender? Yes.
In what year?
Our bar is
low. You literally just said to me, if you can't take teams deep into the playoffs as a number 1, deep into, not necessarily win it, but take teams deep into the playoffs as a number 1. Low, I don't know if you noticed, but from 1990 to 1998, 1999, the Indiana Pacers was in the Eastern Conference Championship 5 times, Low.
Wow.
And Reggie Miller was the number 1 on that crew. That's going deep into the playoffs.
I'm not gonna lie.
And Reggie Miller was the guy on that crew. That's a superstar from your definition.
But being the best player on a deep running team doesn't automatically. There's other things too. You have to have all of it.
I'm going off what Low said. Low said we got to consistently make deep runs.
That is what Low said.
That's what Reggie Miller.
How many times again?
So they went to the East Finals. Let's see. They went to the East Finals.
Most of these times are in the late 90s when the standard to get deep postseason runs had changed at that point.
Hey, Dub. Let me think.
I just want to be clear. If you want to say that, fine. But in '94, when Jordan, especially when Jordan was at ground, outside of the Knicks, there was nobody else really pushing Jordan to any true uncomfortable zone of like trying to make deep postseason runs. It was only the Knicks. So now if you want to say Shaq and them, Shaq fine, Ewing fine, Jordan, that was it, bro. The 2-time, he got to the conference finals like once or twice before we got to the late 90s. By the time Shaq was gone, Ewing no longer, he was a shell of himself, and Jordan had retired.
Okay, so in 1990, if I'm not mistaken, they went to the conference finals in 1994. Is that correct?
94, yes.
Okay,
Jordan,
they went 7 games.
The Pacers.
That series went 7 games. Okay, in 1998, that series went 7 games. In 1999, that series went 6 games. So they're not getting smoked by anybody. They're they're making deep runs into in the postseason, and they're in the conference championship, and those series are getting extended. So it's not like they're losing 4-1. No, these series are dog fights.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I misspoke. I have to put into context the garbage Eastern Conference. So yes, when you're in a garbage Eastern Conference, you can make deep postseason runs without a superstar.
They were garbage, Joe. You know this.
I got you.
No. We've already had this argument before. They don't think that the Eastern Conference at that time was garbage.
In the late 90s?
In the late 90s, early 2000s, they don't think that the Eastern
Joe,
Conference.
what were the elite teams?
No, we've already got to the bottom.
This was years ago. Update your resume. Who were the elite teams?
In the 2000s, Low and I agree that the Eastern Conference was straight trash.
2001, 2002 was garbage.
So Pacers and Knicks, and who else? Were you going to say the Heat?
The
Bulls.
And the Heat. In the Eastern Conference,
you did have the Heat,
the Heat, the Bulls, the Bulls, the Pacers.
They gave MJ problems.
Yes, it was a bunch of good. Now, to Low's point, when we get past 2001, bleh.
In 2001, bleh. In 2000,
I'm curious though. Do you think Reggie Miller is more of a superstar than Allen Iverson since he made it further?
No, I think sure there can be exceptions. Like I do think Iverson is. Okay. I think Reggie Miller also extended himself in the postseason to levels in which he normally didn't sustain normally. So in the postseason, he looked like a completely different player, similar to a Jimmy Butler. So yes, in some incidences, it is a bit difficult to kind of measure because like Reggie and Jimmy,
I have a hard time calling Reggie Miller a superstar because when you're averaging in those late 90s, like 17, 18 points a game, and you're on a really good, balanced team, that is very different than being the clear-cut best player, one of the best players in the league, and leading your team deep into the playoff run. It's tough. It's tough with Reggie. He's one of the weird ones, but it's like he's averaging 18 and 2 a game. He's on a team that is really well balanced, that's really deep.
Yeah.
Then he goes in the postseason and drops like 30.
Yeah, but I'm gonna say, but then the postseason comes and he's like 24. Yeah.
If it wasn't for the postseason, it'd be easy to say no. Because the postseason
sound like Jimmy Butler to me.
Yeah, don't say Jimmy Butler is a bit of a.
Is he a superstar?
In my opinion, no. But
right now.
No,
not today.
No, way past that.
We're not way past it though.
Fall into that too. They think once a superstar, always a superstar, and I don't think that's true either.
No, but Fluent, that sounds like a superstar to me. What you just explained with Reggie Miller. Somebody. It sounds like a superstar that's just playing team ball with a bunch of other hoopers, guys that can put the ball in the basket as well, guys that can, hold their end of the bargain. So I don't think that makes you any less of a superstar just because I can do my Jason Tatum and move the ball and play into the system. And then when it's time for me to carry my squad in the playoffs, he does that. I think that's superstar level basketball.
And that's why he gets praised for that.
I'm willing to listen to that before Scottie Pippen.
So Reggie Miller better than Scottie.
Every day of the week.
Hell nah.
Every day of the week, Dub.
No way.
Come on, Dub. Especially we talking about postseason play.
Look,
yes.
And some guys might have superstar potential. They just didn't have the opportunity. So that's the you're right. Maybe Pippen on that Pacers team. Maybe it is. Maybe.
Nah, Pippen quit on his team, man, when you needed him most, man.
That is actually true. He put on his team.
You heard Bob? You heard Bob?
That's not superstar.
You gonna trust Scottie when he quits on his team, man?
That is actually true.
So the superstars today are washing the 90 superstars?
There's more.
I think there's more of them. Yeah,
more of them.
No, I think they wash.
But if you take the top 5, are they washing them?
Look at Ron and his. Let me get a clip bag.
I'm just asking because y'all saying that there was no superstars back then, but today all of a sudden it's a million superstars. So which pool of superstars is better? The 3 superstars back then or the 15 superstars now that you guys claim?
15.
Oh, not 15.
There's not 15.
How many players?
Y'all act like this nigga's back is nasty.
Here, Ron, let me give you a bag.
Superstars today.
Ron, let me give you a clip.
You just do the 5-on-5.
How many superstars or whatever players in the 90s were better than this version of LeBron James?
Is LeBron still a superstar?
Yes.
Wait,
but let's get a consensus.
Regardless of who he is, let's answer that question. Yeah, how many superstars back then are better than this version of LeBron?
All of them.
Fluent lived through. Like I was there, but Fluent was there.
That's a very good question, Swiper.
Who are you talking about? Like Charles Barkley, Michael Jordan.
How many superstars of what era?
And we're talking the 90s. We're talking about the full 90s. The full 90s.
Yeah,
there's probably.
I think
There's Jordan, Olajuwon, Shaq. You're probably 3, 4, 5 at max. 3 to 5 max.
So Charles wasn't better than Bron today?
Charles 93, 94 was, but no,
yes,
not the
rest. I might say 2 or 3 years of Charles, sure, but outside of that, boy.
This version of LeBron James?
Yes.
This version of LeBron James. Y'all saying what year? There was only 1 year Charles Barkley better than that?
No, I said that he was for sure better that year, for sure.
Nope, didn't mention Carmelo.
Carmelo clears too.
I don't mind saying Malone either.
But it's LeBron over any version of Carmelo.
Oh wow,
this version of Bron?
Yeah.
Fluent. That's that Lakers.
Well, I think it's the shooting.
Jersey in the back. That's that jersey in the back speaking for you.
Oh, that's a new one. That's nice.
Appreciate it. I'm taking any version of. I'm taking LeBron over any version of Carmelo. Yeah, 100%.
Personally, I'll speak for Mars. So I think Mars and I will both agree with you on that for several different reasons. But yeah.
There you go.
Can we clarify the superstars in the NBA right now?
Yeah, please. Let load the Low Town do it.
I'll work down the
Reel off
list.
all
I'll work down
15
the
of
list,
them,
and I
Lo.
want you.
I think it's
15.
Shea. I think it's
Do
Shea.
it fast, Lo, because I got to bounce.
Yeah, I think it's Shea, Jokic. Who's
Luka.
Giannis.
Not this
Luka.
version of Luka.
Not this version of Luka, but yeah, Luka in theory.
Lakers
Luka in
fans,
theory.
you guys are disgusting.
No, I'm just saying
You
Luka in
guys are
theory
disgusting.
when he's healthy.
When he gets his
And
it's fine.
Embiid's healthy. Put Embiid in there. Just
but he's not though. And
Pretend
I personally do not consider Embiid a
If you can't get
superstar.
out of the second round, he can't be a superstar.
I don't think he's a superstar either. And
Embiid.
yeah, I don't consider Embiid one.
Yo, health.
And I would still say
AD.
LeBron. No, I don't think AD is a superstar either. I would still say LeBron. Those are in my opinion, definitive
five, 6? Okay.
Yeah, 5 or 6. Yeah, those are my definitive.
Wait, Durant?
KD, not in no more.
Okay, but look, he just put Shea. So that means that just opened the 90s all the way up. That means Clyde Drexler was a superstar
3
too.
to 5.
Say that again.
I need Clyde Drexler on the list in the 90s now because he putting Shea. He just throwing everybody in there.
Shea throwing Shea.
Well, Shea's better than Clyde.
Yeah, so I don't know what we're talking about.
It's not even close. I'm not gonna lie, Bob.
Hey, Shea is leading the league in scoring right now, about to make an all-defensive team.
Hey, Shea can't get with Clyde Drexler, bro.
He's leading the league in scoring, about to make an all-defensive team. Leading.
I don't care about what he's leading and all that. He's not even a top 5. He's not even a top 5 defender on his team. Making the all-defensive team.
Neither was Clyde Drexler.
I didn't say he was. You talking about Shea being a all defensive player. He's not even top 5 defender on his team. I ain't bring up the defense.
But why would you not though?
Well, I think he's going to make it to the 65 game.
Well, still, just because you're not an all NBA or top 5 defender, don't mean you're not like a very good defender on your crew.
I didn't say, but look, what I'm saying, Dub, is that I'm not saying he doesn't play defense. I'm saying he's not going to make if he makes all defensive team, it's not that he deserves to be on the all defensive team.
Yeah, but Lo said
that's agenda driven. So regardless of why he said
that
as a point because Clyde was never that defender.
Yeah, he's a better defender. He's a better defender, looking like
he's
a better.
So Shea's a better defender than Clyde. Since when?
Oh my God.
You guys appreciate you all.
Look, I'm saying. I just didn't know it was that obvious.
Good to meet you, Fluent.
Nice seeing you.
All right, Fluent.
I didn't know he was. I didn't know it was that obvious. The way y'all saying it, I just didn't know it was like, oh, he's a better defender than Clyde. The only thing Clyde do better than the only thing Clyde do better than him is glide in the air. That's it. No, that's the only thing he does better than glide. What you're saying is you've never heard of Clyde's defense being brought up.
Yeah, I'm just saying I've never heard it historically. Like
no, that's cool. That's cool. But what I'm trying to say is why are we hearing the Shea's defense being brought up? His defense really ain't all that.
And that's a fact. Y'all,
why are we standing on the defensive point from Shea like he's some lockdown defender?
Well,
hold on, right quick. You don't never see Shea sit down and put vice grips on nobody.
To be fair,
say De'Aaron Fox doesn't play no defense.
Okay, hold on.
I've never said.
Ron, to be fair, Shea when he first came into the league. I think there's 3 periods of Shea. Shea first came into the league. The first couple years was a very good. I think he was a very good defender, and then I think he started watering down as a defender. And then since he got such an elite cast around him, he's actually been very good defensively. But he's not. I don't think he's obviously not.
Is he a better defender than De'Aaron Swiper?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about.
Y'all
just hyping shit.
But he's on the perfect team. He's also on the perfect team.
Vice grips on niggas. I've never seen Shea do it.
He did it to Tatum. Literally just a few weeks ago. He literally just did Tatum a few weeks ago.
Tatum might have missed a couple shots, but Shea
no, he ripped him. He literally had him in front of him. And
y'all talking about that block he got? Come on, bro.
He said rip.
Yeah, but I'm saying you asked for an example. I'm saying
you can take a ball from somebody once or twice.
But you asked. He said he never did it.
That's not no. I'm saying that's not.
So you ripping the ball from somebody now? You gripping them up and just.
If I can stay in front of you and take the ball from you,
I'm not talking about for one play though, Dub. I'm talking about when have I seen you sit down? If I lock down one play and get a steal. Okay, that's good. I need to see you.
But to be fair, I think he has like the most ISO in the league.
But Swiper, you don't gotta steal the ball to be playing good defense.
I agree with you, Ox. I'm also just giving the context. You also know how I feel about this. I don't think he's a top 5 defender on his team, but I also think he's been a pretty good defender this year. So I think it's a mix of both. I think he's both a good defender and he's going to get DPOY votes because his defense is going to get overrated by the end of the year.
Let me make sure because I didn't change what I said. When I said sit down and show play defense, I wasn't talking about one possession, one steal. So when you said that, it's not like I'm saying that never happened. I'm saying that I haven't seen him locked down for a full game, but I can see obviously he's stolen the ball.
I mean, the Cleveland game versus Donovan Mitchell, he was pretty special. He was pretty special.
But that's like saying that Rip Hamilton on the Pistons back in the day is the worst defender in the starting 5. Like, yeah, I guess. But I mean, what is that? That doesn't mean that he's a bad defender though. At that point, it just means that you're on a team that you're surrounded with a bunch of all-time great defensive players. Right now, they're on a team with a bunch of great defenders with all-time great defense. So like that doesn't. That's a fact.
That's a fact. And I'm not saying that. No, not even close, Swiper. Not even close. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I understand what you're saying, Lo. That's a fact. Sure. Just because you're the 5th best defender doesn't mean you're a bad defender. And I'm not saying Shai is a bad defender. I'm saying his defense ain't like that to where we're talking about it to make him.
I know it's nasty. They're going to.
No one's making him all time. No one's making him all time.
His defense is mediocre, bro. His
defense is not mediocre.
It's not mediocre, especially when we compare it to Clyde. We don't even have to talk about the defense.
I would say we got to talk about defense. Offensively, somebody is leading the league in scoring, having historically great mid-range shooting season. Off of the dribble, the things that he's doing this season is crazy. While recording six assists, having
he's a better driver than Clyde too, just to be clear.
We're ball handler, passer, playmaker. He's
everything
better. Like I don't know, I don't even know what we're even discussing right now. He's a better scorer than him. All those things.
It's the player choice way. Yeah, them boys don't get it started. The player choice way. You're the player choice way. Come and switch lanes into the player choice